Hello guys, it's DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Mayu Sura versus Start STR, and these are going to be $50 money matches post-SUDA. Also, make sure to go ahead and check out the Coliseum, link down below in the description if you want to go ahead and play money matches or tournaments or Ironmans yourself. And then going ahead and hopping right in, Start STR wins the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and they will decide to go first, 41 versus 42. Opening hands, we have Fiendsmith and Paradise, X, Druisworm, Nib, and Imperm. They have X, Ice, Druisworm, Cross, and Fiendsmith Engraver. Okay, so it looks like we have Ryzeal Fiendsmith versus Ryzeal Fiendsmith, which is kind of to be expected, even though it's post-SUDA, just because it's probably just the best deck overall. But they're going to go ahead and start with normal summon Ice, and then Ice effect goes special, bring out X turn the deck, and then X effect goes search, grab out the Sword Ryzeal, and then overlay to make Exceton Knight, and then send that to bring out Requiem. Requiem effect, tribute goes special, bring out Lacrima. Lacrima effect, go dump an Engraver, which we could have just dumped the trap there since we have Engraver in hand, and then Requiem to equip, make Necro equip, Engraver discard, go ahead, draw, and then set up trap this turn. Requiem effect to equip, they said okay. Shuffle back the Exceton Knight, special summon out the Engraver, and then go ahead and bring out the Necro equip. I don't like how they played this, because now they're just going to get hit with Nib, and they won't get the Engraver draw. But I guess it's like fine, they don't need the Engraver draw. And then if they did that, no, because he'd still just set up DDD, so the opponent would still be forced to Nib. I mean, obviously, we see it, they have like Nib Imperm, so they wouldn't be forced to, but now they're going to go activate Engraver, discard, go ahead, search out Tract. Yeah, I do feel like that was a little bit of a weird order, though. Necro equip, go ahead, draw into a Bonfire, and then activate Tract, add Lurie, discard Lurie, Lurie effect, special summon itself out. And then now they will link off to make a sequence effect. They said sure, go ahead and put your Desiree into the rotation, so that way, that's actually tough though, right? Because if they just make a Gumday, because now they're gonna go ahead, link off, make the Agnumday, and then Agnumday effect, go ahead, special summon out the Engraver, then spell on Trap Zone, and now they have DDD. Yes, now they have this, yeah, because they're going to go Lacrima into that instead of trying to go Link 1 into that. But this is still fine, though. I mean, we have Druisworm, which can just target the Desiree on their turn, and we have Nib Imperm, so we should stop their combo and have something for our turn, but then our X isn't a starter. But we have Fiendsmith stuff at least. So now they go special sword effect, go ahead, search out Ice, and then dump Exceton Knight, special out X, activate Cross, and then when they activate Cross, they're going to go activate Imperm on the DDD, and then go ahead and activate Nib, tribute the field, pass over the token. They do have Cross draw, so put back X plus X, and then draw into an Imperm, set Bonfire, and then during end phase, they activate Druisworm. Okay. I guess it makes more sense to do it during end phase, to go ahead and just probably just banish the... Oh, do you banish Lacrima? So I feel like you probably want to banish Lacrima, but I also wouldn't like hate if they just like banished Desiree and got rid of that permanently. But no, okay, yeah, go ahead, banish Lacrima. Yeah, it's probably better to do it at end phase here, so that way you start with 2 bodies on your field, then you just get to keep X in hand. So draw into Valor, and then go main phase, make Moon, and then activate Druisworm effect, send the token. Then we can turn Moon into Requiem, and then Requiem effect, tribute go special, bring out Lacrima, Lacrima effect, go dump Engraver. Now we have X in our hand, so special summon out. Oh, we normal summon out X. I guess that makes more sense to normal summon, right? That's like fine in case we get stopped. We still have link plays that we can do with the Fiendsmith. So normal X effect, go ahead, search out Sword. Sure. And then from here, they overlay to make Exceton Knight. And then Exceton Knight, go ahead and try to force out an Imperm. Since, I mean, if they have 2 set cards, we can assume one's going to be Imperm. So go ahead and force that out. And then Engraver effect, shuffle back Moon, summon itself out. And then use those to make Sequence. And then, yeah, this is pretty good, because we still have Special Sword later, and we have Fiendsmith and Paradise that we want to discard for the Ice, so we still have 2 level 4s. And then Sequence effect, in response, chain Druisworm, banish the Engraver, and Desiree takes Engravers, so they can't summon anything off of this. And then now we have sword. So special out sword, sword effect goes search, and then that will go ahead and grab. I was trying to think if it was proper to summon this in attack, because summoning an attack is a little bit weird. It could lead to us taking more damage, but I guess if we don't get to combo this turn, then that's tough because we know that they have ice in hand because they searched it and then specialed out the X. Discard Fiendsmith in Paradise, special summon out ice, overlay, summon out duo drive, so I guess it doesn't really matter on the position. Then effect to attach. Then we can go duo drive effect to detach and go search, and then they said it's fine. So go ahead, detach, search out the Ryzeal cross and the node Ryzeal. And then we have cross that we can activate. We have, I guess we can't activate cross effect yet to draw. But we have sequence that we can send off the nodes. So special node effect, send sequence, special out sword. Overlay those, make detonator. Detonator effect to attach. Yeah. And then, yeah, we won't get to end up drawing one, so we wanted to give ourselves an extra negate instead of a draw, which I think is okay, because we also have to use a negate this turn when we beat over the Druid Worm. So now battle phase, detonator, beat over, and then they'll go Druid Worm effect, try to go ahead, send detonator, cross, attach to negate, and then attack, and then go activate cross effect, put back. Oh wait, we do get the cross draw because they will Druid Worm. I guess maybe that's an argument for them to not Druid Worm then. But then they get, it's like they get an extra pop out of it. But then they get a draw out of it. Oh, that is like a little rough. And this player also has a lot set up too. They have Paradise set up too. Lacrima into Requiem set up. They draw into Imperm there, and that was like such a good draw. And then set Imperm pass, they draw Engraver. So now go main phase, cross effect, chain detonator, pop the cross, activate bonfire, go ahead, search out the extra Ryzeal, and then I guess that's fine to go ahead and do now, so that way if you like normal ice, they don't pop the bonfire, and chain like Imperm, since you probably assume that they have another Imperm set here. It's not like, yeah, they could have also just had it as their card in hand from before too, because you know, you're not going to need to drop double Imperm Druis, or double Imperm Nib, is what I meant to say. Now they're going to go activate Engraver effect, shuffle back, try to special summon out, shuffle back the Link 3. So they said thinking, because this could set up a light Chaos Angel. So they go cross to negate that, and that also attempts to shut off their Fiendsmith engine. And then normal ice, ice effect, chain detonator to pop it, and then chain Imperm to stop it. And then they have Engraver, which doesn't really do a whole lot, but they do have X in hand, that is known. So dump Mirror Logic, special out X, X effect, then go ahead and chain Veiler on it, and they admit defeat. So on to the next game now. We will see start STR decide to go first. We have Talents, Lurie, Fualos, Ash, Node. They have Veiler, Sword, Track, Called by Bonfire. So go main phase, activate Bonfire, search out Ice Ryzeal, and then normal Ice effect, chain Fualos, chain Called by, and then summon out X. X effect goes search, grab out Node, which tells them that they already have Sword, but that's fine. Make Exceton Knight, and then Exceton Knight into Requiem effect. Go ahead, bring out Lacrima effect, so just holding Ash for duo drive. Dump the Engraver, Requiem effect to equip, shuffle back Exceton Knight, special summon out the Engraver, and then turn that into a Necro Quip Princess, and then overlay for the DDD, and then special sword effect goes search, grab out X Ryzeal, which I'm also not too sure why they're even summoning this in the extra monster zone. I think it's fine in like the ritual build to be summoning the extra monster zone, but in this build you might actually want to do like link summons on the follow-up turn, and having like, you know, link plays alongside of your DDD is pretty strong. So now dump Twin of the Eclipse, special summon out X, just putting that into rotation, which means we will be sending the duo drive off of the node to special back. Duo drive effect to attach, and then duo drive effect to go search, the Ash Blossom it, then special node, and then node effect, send duo drive, special summon back out sword from the grave, and then overlay, go ahead, make detonator effect, attach twin. You have to send duo drive, so that way you have 2 other rank 4s for the twin effect, because it'll be detonator plus duo. Okay, so draw into ice, and then go main phase, normal summon out Lurie, turn that into a Requiem, and then they're gonna go Lacrima effect onto Requiem. I feel like that's a really weird time to do it, right? Yeah, that does not seem like the correct time to do that, because now they can go Talons take. So they dump Fiendsmith in Paradise, Talons go draw, draw into Talons plus sword. Yeah, it's like, what are you even trying to, like, trap there? I'm not even sure what you're trying to use trap on there. Then Requiem effect, chain DDD to shut that down. And then now discard Talons, special out ice, and then special sword. Sword effect to go search, chain detonator, pop sword. Go ahead, search out X'd. And then now we have dump Mirror Logic, special out X'd, and then X1 Mirror Logic 2 to try to negate the detonator. And now they have to decide, do they want to chain detonator to pop one of the opponent's cards, or do they detonator to pop itself? They also have Fiendsmith in Paradise set up. If they go for Exceton Knight, they'd have to detach to protect and pop. And then all they'd have is like node plus the sword descend. So let's think, because like they think this is probably a blank in hand, and that they're gonna search node here. So either way, they're thinking about the node that's gonna be in hand. Yeah, I mean, they definitely just win this game. Like, there's no way that they lose this. So they're just going to go ahead, pop ice, and then they're going to go ahead and search, and they just submit defeat. So on to the next game now. We'll go ahead and see Mayusura go first. We have Lacrima, Node, Veiler, Imperm Tract. They have Engraver, Ash Blossom, Bestial, Magma, Bonfire, Ultimate Slayer. That's a pretty strong hand. So go main phase, activate Tract, add Lurie, discard Lurie, Lurie effect, special summon itself out. And then use Lurie to make the Requiem. And then we have the Requiem effect. Tribute goes special. Bring out Lacrima from hand. Okay, so if we're playing it like this, that means we plan on normal summoning Node and making a duo drive with it, which is really risky to like any hand trap. Lacrima, dumping Graver, normal summon out Node. Yeah, like this even plays. Yeah, this plays into a lot. Make duo. Duo drive effect to try to go ahead and search, and then they just Ash Blossom that. Engraver effect, shuffle back Lurie, try to special summon out, then chain Bestial, Magma Mud on that. So banish special, and then effect a search during the end phase. Set Imperm, end phase, go ahead search out the Druis Worm, and then pass turn they draw Fiendsmith Tract. So you could Ultimate Slayer, but you'd have to start with Druis Worm banish, but there's no point of even doing that, right? If we really wanted to, we could also start with Druis Worm banish and then go in the moon, but we also have Tract plus Engraver that can get us to Fiendsmith stuff anyways, so we're just going to go Bonfire, grab out Ice, and then normal Ice effect, they Imperma, and then go into Moon, and then Moon into Requiem, and then Requiem effect, Tribute goes special. I guess you can't Druis Worm Sun. I know you can, yeah, because you'd banish that to summon out Druis Worm. Okay, bring out Lacrima effect, dump the Engraver, and then activate Tract, add Lurie, discard Lurie effect, special summon itself out, then link those off to make a sequence, then sequence effect, the effect Veiler that, sure, activate Druis Worm, banish Requiem, summon out, and yeah, they just go ahead and emit defeat, and then they said, run back, sure, so we'll see start STR. Go ahead, win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and decide to go first. Opening hands, we have X'd, Ice, Sword, Veiler, Ice. They have Bestial, Magma, Sword, Fualos, Bell, and Ash. Oh, main decking Bell. Okay. Said, oh, Jib hasn't responded yet to if he has received the money. Okay, they just go ahead and pass. Yeah, I feel like if you open Sword and Fualos, and like this is your only play, you probably should just pass, because otherwise your Sword gets stopped. Like, people do hand trap Sword if you normal summon this card. So it's like really easy to get stopped, so you may as well pass and just have your Fualos live. But they top deck Ash Blossom. Nice. So they're going to go main phase, normal Ice effect, chain Fualos, chain Ash Blossom, and then bring out X. X effect goes search, grab out the Node Ryzeal from the decks of the hand. And then now we overlay for the Exceton Knight, and then make Requiem. Requiem effect, Tribute go special, bring out Lacrima. Lacrima effect, go dump the Engraver. Requiem effect to equip. Engraver effect, shuffle back Exceton, the special out, and then chain Bestial Magma, banish special, and then effect a search during the end phase. And then go special sword, sword effect, go search, grab out the X Ryzeal. Yup, overlay for duo, and then duo effect, go ahead attach, and then duo effect to attempt to detach and go search, and then they'll Ash Blossom that. That's good, and then now we have the X that could keep going. I guess we have like multiple ways to keep going. We have X engraved already too, so we could also just node here. Really trying to think about what to set up. Maybe they're trying to think about a way to go for game. Is there a way to do it? I don't think so, right? No, I don't think so. I guess something that could be cool is like, if this guy was Valor or something, maybe there's like some weird way to do it with like Twin of the Eclipse. I don't think so, not in this spot. But Twin of the Eclipse is a really cool card, because you could go like Crash, and then Twin of the Eclipse effect, the special summon back out from the graveyard. And then that's pretty nice. You know, that gives you like an extra body too. Okay, so we just go battle phase here. Sure. Not too sure why we went battle phase there. And then main phase 2, node effects, sun. Okay, I guess it makes sense that this is how we plan on doing it. Overlay all those for detonator, then detonator effect to attach. Yeah, you want to summon this in defense. If you summon it in attack, then Druid Swarm just goes ahead and outs it. Okay, I guess that's also why they had this on duo drive, because otherwise they just summon that, and then that also just outs the detonator. So they search Druid Swarm, then Druid Swarm effect, go ahead, banish Requiem, special summon out. That is fine. And then past turn, they draw into Ice Ryzeal. Okay, now we go normal ice effect, and then in response. So they obviously didn't have ice last turn. Well, I guess it's not obvious, right? Because they did have Fualos, and if they only had ice, but like people typically don't hand trap ice, so like they probably would have let that go through. Like if I had Fualos ice, I might play. If I have Fualos sword, I'm definitely not playing. I guess it depends on like the rest of my hand if I'm playing or not. But they go detonator, try popping ice, and then chain Valor onto the ice. And then now they just make Typhon and Typhon effect, bounce back, and then battle phase swing. Yeah, that is fine. And then past turn, they draw Ash Blossom. Twin of the Eclipse is like a really solid card, but like it doesn't shine in this deck the same way that it shines in like other builds of Ryzeal. Like the pure build or the ritual build. But now we're gonna go main phase, and then we don't mirror logic, special summon out X'd. Yeah, we don't have Fiendsmith ones, and then we will go X1 aggregator 2, shut down Typhon, and then go search. But we do shut down Typhon, which also makes us that way they can hit us with a copy of Nib. But I guess they probably don't have it because they probably would have dropped it last turn. And then make detonator effect to attach the Twin of the Eclipse, and now I guess Nib doesn't even matter, even if we were able to get hit with it. But it doesn't look like we're going to commit that much into it. So if we're not going to commit that much into it, then it doesn't matter. Then they draw Bonfire. Yeah, makes sense. We want Twins of the Eclipse attached. Then go activate Bonfire, try to go search. We Ash Blossom that, then special out Sword. Sword effect goes search, chain detonator to pop that. And then they search out the X Ryzeal from the deck to the hand. And then now, even if they dump Mirror Logic special X, they go X1 Mirror Logic 2 on the detonator. Then we could just go chain detonator effect. And we could pop itself, but then our opponent still has a rank 4 that they could make. So they can make like their own detonator. So they're going to go ahead, search out node, pop its own detonator. Then twin effect, go ahead, try to summon out detonator. Then get hit with Bell. And then special summon out node. Sure. Overlay, make duo drive, and then duo drive effect to attach, and then duo drive effect to detach and go search. And then now grab out the Ryzeal cross and the ice Ryzeal. Activate cross, normal ice effect goes special, and then make detonator, and that's game. Yeah, so on to game number 2 now. We'll see my Sura decide to go first. We have Engraver, Judgment, X, Lurie, Bonfire. They have Sword, Imperm, Nib, Druid Swarm, and Bonfire. So go main phase, activate Bonfire, search out the Ice Ryzeal from the deck to the hand, then normal ice effect, bring out X effect goes search, grab out sword Ryzeal, and then overlay, make Exeton Knight, and then link off into Requiem. Requiem effect, tribute go special, bring out Lacrima. Lacrima effect, go dump the engraver. Requiem effect to equip to Lacrima, and then shuffle back Exeton Knight, special summon out engraver. Hey, all I'm saying is literally in yesterday's video, this is what I was saying. Like, this is how you're supposed to do it. Like, special, equip, then summon engraver, and just go ahead and do it in that order. I guess technically we know our opponent's on Bell, so we could make Necro equip first and then engraver effect. But they probably play more Bestials than they do Bell, but I guess it would have to be Bestial Magma, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't be Bistiling the engraver. We would Bistil the Requiem. Yeah, okay, so go ahead and make Necro equip. So it probably still makes more sense to do it like this. Then they're going to go activate engraver, discard go search, grab out tract, and then activate the Necro equip effect to draw into a Talons. That's a good draw. Tract, add engraver, discard Lurie effect, special summon itself out. And then go ahead, make sequence. Try to activate the sequence effect to shuffle back and then bring out. So shuffle back the Lurie, the Requiem, the engraver, and then summon out Desiree. Yeah, if we wanted to, we also could have linked off with this engraver, which would have left us with the ability to still DDD. Because we've had Necro equipped, and we could Agumde, summon out the engraver from the graveyard, make DDD. It also allows us to play around a Bestial better, because if they, they can't Bestial engraver if you have two. But it is interesting, because this way, also, if they Bestial or engraver, then, but we already went through Requiem effect to equip, so we want to have that. I guess we would have Agumde into engraver into send, but you'd have that either way. So now just go ahead and make Agumde. Agumde effect, spell trap zone, special back out Lacrima, and then special sword effect goes search. Yeah, they played this a little bit weird. They could have set up a DDD and then special out sword. Little misplay, linked off the wrong thing. Make duo drive, the Agumde falls off. Duo drive effect to attach, duo drive effect to go search, chain imperm. Yeah, right there they could have been forced to nib imperm. And then dump twin, special X, send duo drive, special ice, overlay, make detonator. Detonator effect to attach, and then in response, chain nib. Otherwise, if they wait, then Twin of the Eclipse will be able to special summon out the detonator, and they do have Jerusalem to beat that, but they'd rather hold Jerusalem to be able to beat the Lacrima. Then now they have Talents live, so activate Talents, look at hand. Then that will see they could have played this so much better. I guess, if they summon it and attack anyways, I guess that's really tough. Because even if we summon Detonator, but then we would summon Detonator, attach this. So even if they crash into this, Jerusalem, send this, then we would still have twins to special summon it back out. So if they started by making the DDD there, like post Desiree line, with the Agumde summoning back out engraver with Necro equip on field, then they make DDD, then they try to make rank 4, then they get hit with Nib and Perm, then they have Talents effect, look at hand. And yeah, the game would change completely. With Talents look, and then change Jerusalem, go ahead, banish Desiree, special summon out. Okay, so they just get rid of the Desiree permanently there. Because they could have also just banished Lacrima. Because now they still have Agumde, but it's not that good. It doesn't summon like an interruption. We'll go ahead, banish, and then they're going to go ahead and rip Bonfire, set Judgment, and then pass turn, they draw into Ice, normal Ice, Ice effect. They may have done that a little too fast. Was it really not just like... I guess this is like okay, but we could have used Jerusalem plus Nib to go into like Fiendsmith stuff, but I guess this is still really good though. No, this is probably fine, because if they imperm Ice, then you just like Chaos Angel and then special sword and you just win the game. So they go ahead and admit defeat, and then they just leave. Okay, so yeah, we'll go ahead and see start STR, win the matches there. I think my SUDA could have definitely played this game better. Could have been a winnable game instead of a, unwinnable game in that position. But it do be like that. Yeah, these mirror matches are a little bit weird. Twins of the Eclipse doesn't change that much though. It's really like... It's mainly just the same mirror match as we had before, but now like the side decks change up a little bit if you're trying to respect the new decks. So I don't know, the format doesn't feel like money match wise it's changed that much. It still feels like it's a lot of just Fiendsmith Ryzeal. It's still mainly just the mirror matches. Even like this was post SUDA, like we had Twins of the Eclipse, but nothing changes too much. Like this deck is a very strong deck overall. It's very hard to find a deck that is better than this, even when looking at the new decks. But okay, seeing how long the 2 matches took, it was about an hour long, so they spent about an hour, made $100. Nice. And with all that being said, again, make sure to check out the Coliseum. The Coliseum is also hosting an engraver tournament right now. I think it's like $11 entry, 32 person. Winner gets 3 engraver or like 85% buyback. I'm not the one hosting it, but it's in the Coliseum. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, potentially join that. I'm also pretty sure it's post SUDA. I don't remember. But you can go ahead and check that out in the Coliseum Discord. Link down below at the very top of the description. And with that being said, the DB Grinders signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.